Hello everyone, Kevin IVERSON here, hope you're all doing well. Today's video I thought I would try my best to run through a Shed 7 guitar sound. Paul Banks, and also not to forget Joe Johnson, who is a co-writer with Rick Witter and Paul Banks, but mainly looking at Paul Banks, his guitar work and his sound and all that. The albums I'm going to be running through, right? I've got this 12-inch single that I bought from Brighton a few years ago, which is great, love that. Probably my favourite Shed 7 song, that Dolphin, that is. Also, probably my favourite Shed 7 album is Change Giver. I love this record. Whenever I listen to this record, this transports me back to that feeling of when Britpop first arrived for me around 94, when I was about 11, whatever 11 or 12. Yeah, love this record. And also, obviously, not forgetting Maximum High, which again is just a classic. You know, on a different day I might say this is my favourite, but I will say a lot of their later stuff's brilliant as well, like proper brilliant. You know, there's a lot of hype on Oasis, and we all know why. They're great, but I feel like if you're an Oasis fan, you should love Shed 7 as well. I think their songs are fantastic, and I think they're a great band. I love them. So anyway, my signal change today is going to be guitar, volume pedal, EQ, overdrive, booster preamp, flanger, chorus, tremolo, delay, reverb into the amp. A few things I've seen from Paul, what he's used sort of recently in the past. I've kind of got a bit the best of both worlds, I think, today. But like recently, there's a picture on the Facebook page. If you search through the photos, he's got like a Crybaby wah, a Boss OS2 overdrive distortion, a Boss SD1 super overdrive. He's using this at the moment, the Boss preamp, the booster preamp. He's got like a couple of overdrives and then this, and I've done a video on this the other day, and I think this works well better after overdrives than before them. That's how he's got it set. But I don't know how he's running his overdrives. I presume maybe he's got like a light and then heavier and then the boost for solos, but I could be wrong there. Just sort of guessing. There's another pedal on there which I'll put as miscellaneous because I don't know what it is. He's also got a TR2 and an Echoplex delay with tap tempo. Things that I've seen him with is the TC Electronics Afterglow chorus. Also, I think back in the 90s he would have had maybe a CH1 and a BF2, which is the flanger in the chorus. He's also been using Electro Harmonics Cathedral reverb. Also, I've seen him with a Boss BD2 blues driver and a phaser as well. And I'm sure there's been other bits and bobs over time, but that's kind of what I could see. Guitars, I've got my Strat on the first song and then my Les Paul on the rest of the songs. I will say, when I go out and play my gigs, I usually do Going for Gold and Chasing Rainbows. I play them acoustically. So I never ever play these songs electrically. So I've kind of quickly run through the songs. So expect some mistakes. I don't normally play these songs, but I am a fan of these songs and all that. So the clean sound is this. Oh, delay's on, sorry. Noble's ODR Mini 2, my favourite overdrive. It is going to go on. I'm not affiliated with any of this gear, obviously. I've got it on quite a light overdrive, like it's on the neck pickup, this. For this song, I'm going to use the chorus because I feel like it sounds like it's got chorus on it on the record, right? Booster, I'll just use that for the solo. I think that's pretty much it for this song, really. Like, favourite Shed 7 songs, that Dolphin, that along with Dirty Soul. That's a great track as well. I don't really know Dirty Soul that well. Anyway, moving on, I'm now going to go to my Les Paul. And I know that guitar-wise, he now has like a couple of Les Pauls. He's got a Strat, 335. He's got a couple of Strats, I think, actually now. But I'm going to attempt to do Getting Better. Now, I keep mucking up the solo because I only learnt it yesterday. And it is, I guess once you've been playing it a long time, it's probably all right. But it is a little bit difficult for me. So that's the Nobles ODR Mini 2. Relatively light overdrive. I'm going to stick on, say he's got like 2 different overdrives. I'm just going to stick on the graphic EQ. It's totally flat and the volume's lifted slightly. That's it off. So it's just giving me a bit more drive, punching into the Nobles. Able to go and see Rick and Paul live in Margate at the Albion Rooms. I think it maybe holds about 50 people, maybe more, maybe less, give or take. And I watched when he played that because I always used to play Getting Better. I'll show you how I used to play it. I used to play it with like a normal E, but how he plays it is like you would do an E bar chord, but he leaves the B and E string open and the low E string open. So you kind of got, I don't know if you could see it, it's like that. So, 1 second, sorry, my volume things come off. So, stay on there, you get. Right, so the solo, right? Now, I think it was on TFI Friday, there's a really good live version of there back in the day. So, I think it's like when you go maybe... I used to love it when he used to put this on, or he used to do a little solo, or even on Where Have You Been Tonight, he'll go, is it? Paul's playing is he'll play like with Oasis, right? You'll get there's no right or wrong. It's all good. But a lot of Oasis stuff is generally but with Paul, he always like seems to play some chords, but then pick some stuff out like Where are we on now? You know, I like all that. It'll put a bit of melody in there as well. And then with the flanger and that. Something like that anyway. Right, so now going for gold, right? I'm going to stick on the reverb, and the reverb's on the modulated setting, right? But also on the record, I can hear like he's got caught. This might be too much with both of those on. The other thing he does a lot of as well, he uses the middle pickup selection as well, so. You have to turn that off. I don't know if he has it on in the chorus or anything, but yeah, I mean, usually with me, when I have it on both pickups, sometimes I just turn the net pickup down slightly so it's not too. So it's kind of there, but there's more of like the bridge pickup coming through. Also on this lot on the end, he's got like some delay. I don't know if no. Slower than that, but yeah, there's that, right? Now again, you don't really say he doesn't use a chorus these days as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong, doesn't sound like it anyway. But then like something like Chasing Rainbows, where this reverb on this RV6 Boss has got like a modulation on it as well. I think that works really well, and again I'm on the middle pickup here, so turn that down a little bit. Let me turn this off a minute, sorry. acoustically, so I'm usually playing it sort of like chords like that. So I'm not used to playing it the right way, like as a band version. But again, those sections and parts he's doing, like you could put it on the bridge pickup. The preamp comes in is like on the solo, like another thing you could do, right, if you've got like a tap tempo or even slow the delay down. Which I think works quite well, because normally they'll have like two guitar players doing that bit, but if you had a tap tempo like this greatest, or one of the greatest delay pedals or echo units, the Boss RV20, again I've done a video on this the other day as well. They've stopped making these, they've got a newer one, but you can pick these up second hand still, but you can just tap tempo it and it'll give you that sort of thing of you can play off each other, you know, like I just did a minute ago, you know. Pretty cool. Oh, the other song I've got, right? Oh, I need to get a capo. 1 second, I've got to go and get a capo, because I need a capo for this next one. Where's that? Okay. Bag. Now this song, I have actually played in a band. In fact, I once put it on to X on Twitter, and I shared them, and they actually retweeted it, which was really cool. They said, like, make sure when you play it that the audience don't muck up the beginning, which I thought was quite funny. So with this one, now obviously with this one you've got the tremolo. I think it's in B flat. I think we used to play it in B, but anyway. Oh, turn that off again. I keep forgetting to turn that off. Maybe even put the reverb on a little bit. Turn it down slightly. Yeah. I think that sounded quite crap actually. Try me to try again. Yeah. So again, this is just guitar, overdrive, oh, boost on still. Guitar, nobles, tremolo. I remember hearing that as a kid. How old would I have been when this album was out? Was this 96? Sure this was 96. 4, 5, 6. I would have been about 14, I think, when this album came out. But I remember when I heard that, like, I thought that just sounded so cool, that bit there. I mean, for me, I wouldn't normally have this amount of pedals on. I'm actually getting a bit confused today. So, you know, you don't have to have the chorus on, but I do think you use a little bit of it. There's also the solo section as well, where if I put that on and that on, oh, and I'll put some delay on as well. Really far. All these songs up, and so I don't normally play these songs. We did play this song when I was in a band. Yeah, sorry, I mucked that one right up. But basically, you get the general idea anyway. So for me, and looking at how Paul has his board, in normal circumstances, I'd normally probably have my rotary speaker emulator on, so I wouldn't probably bother with these two. But I do think the flanger does work well when you do a solo, especially for Shed 7 stuff. Obviously, you've got to have the tremolo. There's another song that uses tremolo for, but I can't remember. Oh, maybe. Is it Ocean? I think it's called Ocean, isn't it? Ocean Pie. But I don't know that song as well, but I know he uses it a bit of tremolo for that. But yeah, I hope you've got something out of this video today. Sorry for all the mistakes I've made today. I say I don't normally play these songs on electric guitar, so I've quickly sort of tried to learn whatever I could and remember what I could, so I apologise about the mistakes I've made today. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Big up Shed 7, love Shed 7. Do us a favour, if you want to support me in the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm doing my best to bring you like 3 videos a week, which I sort of have been doing. I feel like I'm getting to the point now where I really maybe need to try and work out if I can do better videos with stuff mic'd up and that, but I've got a full-time job, so it's really hard to find the time. But going back to that anyway, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to support us, you can do so in the bio and in the description. You could buy a bucket hat or a t-shirt, or if you've already got a bucket hat or a t-shirt, you don't want to do that, you can also buy me a coffee as well, so there's links for that down there as well. I'll stop rambling on. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next one. Thank you.